Hey guys, it's Jess, and I'm here with a little mini update for you guys. Before I get into that, I started doing this thing in Florida where I was wearing like a different lip color for every video, and I kind of stopped because I was losing track of the ones that I was wearing. But I have like a whole bucket of lip products that I never find an occasion in real life to wear, like this one that I have on today. It's like a dark purpley color. It's an Ulta matte lip cream, and it doesn't have a name or anything like that. It is literally like no name central over here. This was in like a spring summer kit, and now it's on my floor. It was in like a spring summer kit that they did last year, and it had this mini palette with it, which is very like spring summery, right? It's got like the flowers and everything, and you open it up. It's got like light purple packaging that my camera will not pick up on, but it has like very light colors in it, and like a deep brown for like liner, or I don't know, deepening your crease or something. It'd probably be a really good crease color on people with a darker skin tone than mine, but it was just a very like light breezy set that came with a very dark lip color, and I just that's just going to be a thing that we do now, is a different lip color for every video, because I need to get through this bucket and never buy another lip product again, because I don't even wear lip products like that in real life. I don't even wear makeup like that in real life, but the obsession is real. If you can't find this specific color, it is similar to the e.l.f. lip stain in Berry Blush, I think it's called. This is a felt tip markered lip stain, or the Wet n Wild Mega Slicks Balm Stain in Lady and the Vamp, which is like a moisturizing balm stain. I used to wear these two together a lot when I was in college. I put the the lip stain on first and put the balm stain on top, and it wore down really well, and I liked it. So hashtag not spons, but everybody's gonna ask anyways. Okay, so I wanted to do a little update. I have another video that I'm going to be uploading probably this Wednesday, just because I mentioned in the video that it's Wednesday, and that was like a couple days ago, and now it would just be weird because today is Friday to upload it. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm like slow to the game with uploading my videos. So I've gotten a couple of emails, and I wanted to just address a couple of things real quick. First of all, no, I'm not talking to Brandon anymore. His last message to me was pretty vulgar, and I don't appreciate being talked down to. I'm not going to stand for someone talking down to me, and honestly, at this point, as helpful as he's been, with helping me move and things like that, the fact that he stooped to the point that he did shows his character a lot. I don't have space in my life for people like that. I'm kind of surprised that this is how he chose to end things, and how he wants to be remembered as a person. He got mad at me because the box that he sent that had my stuff in it, I guess he didn't technically send it. It came from his house. I guess one of his roommates sent it. Anywho, it had food in it, and I guess a mouse had got in there and chewed through some of my food. The mouse had like chewed up some of my shirts. I'm actually gonna get one of my shirts real quick and show you guys. Actually, I'm gonna get both of them because it kind of upset me. So, I have literally had these shirts for the longest time. This one I've had since I was probably like 16. And this one I've had since I was 17. And it's an old shirt. Like, it's for real old. And I used to wear this to work when I worked at a daycare, and I thought it was just like the bee's knees when I got it. But like, it very slowly transitioned into like a pajama shirt because it started getting kind of ratty and it started getting really big on me. But it's an Eeyore shirt. It's like baby blue, and the design is to look like a hoodie on the front and the back. Well, here is the spot where the mouse kind of like chewed through on the shoulder. And that is not normal, like, wear and tear on the rest of the shirt. Like, I will be the first to admit, like, obviously the shirt's not in the best condition, but that is from a mouse, right? So the other one, I have had this shirt longer than I'm aware of. Like, it for real, like, when I started noticing these little, like, stress holes in the shoulders, I was like super mad. And it's a really cute black top. It has like this gold beading. I have had this for such a long time. And I always thought the shoulders was like the coolest thing. And I mean, I don't really see any damage on the actual like patch part. So I'll probably pop the patches off because I have actually like sewed it back down. So this is like, this whole part is a patch. And I'll probably like take this part off and do something with it. I don't know. But I was so upset because like the shirt's kind of off the shoulder and it comes down a little ways, but you can see straight through it because a flipping mouse ate through the middle. It looks like I got shot or something. Like, it's awful what happened to this shirt, and I was so mad. And I for real like messaged Brandon and was like, okay, so who's gonna replace my stuff? Because I legit told him nothing better be damaged. It's not like everybody in the house doesn't know that there's a mouse in the garage. So I'm assuming that the box was put in the garage and the mouse got to it. And like, I'm not salty enough to be like demanding, you better send me this, that, the other. I was like, hey, like, either you're gonna replace my stuff or I'm gonna have to take you to small claims court and figure something out. I don't want to do that, but legit, like, my stuff got damaged in your house. It was in the care of your roommate, and like the whole thing. I'm mad. Like, the combined total of the stuff that got damaged is maybe like $50, but like, it's the principle of the matter and the fact that my stuff was damaged, and I'm like super attached to my stuff just because like, I'm broke. Like, I am broke as a joke, okay? It took me so long just to get this laptop paid off. Like, you would not believe the shenanigans I went through to get this laptop paid off. Okay, I've had this hoodie since I was probably 17, and it didn't fit me at the time, but now it does. Like, I remember when I couldn't, like, zipper it, and now I can. I've had this belt just hanging out on this chair. I don't even remember when I got this, probably a few years ago. It's, like, distressed because I wear it every single day. Like, this is my only belt because I don't believe in paying more money for something that works just fine, even if it looks kind of janky. Whereas he will throw money at any problem he has, which is fine. He has money to do it. But at the same time, like, take responsibility for your actions. My stuff was damaged in your house. That's it. Like, that's where I'm going to leave that. So no, I don't talk to Brandon. I don't talk to Brandon anymore. He's not worth my time to fight and argue with. I'm thankful that my stuff got here. I'm hoping that the rest of my stuff made it to storage. I still don't have my storage key, so that's something else we're going to have to deal with. But I'll probably just talk to his roommates because he's blocked me on everything, and I'm kind of glad because then I don't have to see him or be tempted to, like, go look at his stuff, because I know that if he's blocked me, I can't torture myself like that, and that is super. So there's that. I am as settled as I can be in this house, and my setup is extra janky because my laptop is balancing on a chair, and on that chair is a small pile of clothes, like a couple pairs of jeans, and then my planner, and then my laptop. I am sitting on the bed, clearly. Everything is organized by, like, Walmart bags and Ziploc bags and a couple of little drawer organizers that he had bought for my vanity that just so happened to make it here in the box of junk. So there's that. I'm still legitimately living out of suitcases. Like, there's a closet I could hang my stuff up, but then I'd have to go buy hangers, and, like, I don't really want to go buy hangers. because I can't guarantee that my next place is even going to have space for hangers. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to spend money on things that may or may not come in handy 6 months to a year from now. And also the fact that I'm constantly moving, I don't want to invest in home anything until I have my own place. Because yeah, I could buy organization, like my palettes, my makeup palettes, for the most part, are just in like a gallon Ziploc bag. Like, this is no joke. This is 100% legit. And this is just so I can see everything like at a glance, and it's just all of my palettes that aren't like my damaged Z palettes, which could be a whole different video, and my feelings towards Z palette. But my BH palettes are in here, my Fergie Wet n Wild palette, my NYX palette, and a lip palette that I put together from an old elf thing that's just kicking it in a Z palette. So everything's kind of organized in Ziploc bags and Walmart bags and things like that. I have not even finished going through the box that got here probably last weekend, just because everything was so disheveled in the box, and I don't blame the person who sent it. It literally was disheveled from shipping. The mouse thing, though, that I know for a fact happened at his house, because everybody knows there's a mouse in the garage. Like, anybody who's ever been in or out of that house knows that there's a mouse in the garage, because they talk about it all the time. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I did recently have a job offer come at me, and I'm kind of in limbo as to whether or not I take it, because I'm kind of waiting on another job offer, which is the job that I actually really, really want, versus the job offer that I could take to just, tie me over, pay my bills, that kind of thing. So kind of depending on how the weekend goes, we'll kind of determine what next week looks like, and then moving forward and what things will look like with that. I have been kind of adjusting slowly but surely. I'm here by myself a lot, just because of the job that my roommates have. It's kind of an intense job, and so they aren't here a lot. I'm not going to give out any details because that's like their thing and their business. But it has been kind of strange, but also really, really nice to live mostly by myself. I mean, I still have Ishka here, and my roommates have dogs that I look after while they're at work, but legit, like, I get up, I'm by myself. I go to bed, I'm by myself. And it's very different from when I was in Florida, in Brandon's house. Even when we were together, a lot of the time I would go to bed by myself. I would wake up by myself. And it was very lonely. And it's a very different feeling when you're with somebody and they are emotionally unavailable and kind of act like you're the problem, versus when you're single and living on your own, because then you have that expectation of waking up by yourself, going to bed by yourself. Your entire day is by yourself. You choose your social interaction. You choose when you leave the house. You choose where you go. You choose who you interact with. Whereas when you're in a relationship and you're living with somebody, you're expecting that interaction. You're anticipating that interaction, and when it doesn't happen, it like screws you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody who's been there knows what I'm talking about. But it is one of the most frustrating things in the world when you're sitting there and you're just like expectantly waiting for the other person to say something, and then they just like don't talk to you, or you try to talk to them and they act like you're a burden. You feel me? Like, it's a very, very different thing. So it's been much relief to be able to like get up in the morning and be like, yeah, I'm gonna spend a couple hours like looking at jobs. I'm gonna call a couple places, have some lunch, do my nails, like whatever. there's cable here, and I have not watched cable in probably like 4 or 5 years, and let me tell you, it's weird. It's like a whole different world. I try to watch TV, but like it just does not hold my attention, and all of my entertainment is still coming from YouTube. Like, okay, that makes perfect sense. Um, but it's like I said, it's been nice to go from being upset and sad and depressed and lonely all the time to being okay. Like, looking back on those videos, I haven't watched any of them since I uploaded them. And maybe there will come a day when I take those videos down. I don't know yet. But as of right now, I think that they're important to kind of leave up because I know that there's a lot of people who are currently going through the same thing as me, or, you know, will in the future or have in the past. And it's kind of a universal thing that we, for the most part, have experienced. I know some people who, you know, they date one person, get engaged to them, get married, have kids, live a happy life, and die. Like, that's, you know, their goal for their life, and they're doing it, and they're totally fine. Like, that's great. But there's a lot of people out there who are kind of experiencing life in a similar situation to mine, and I think it's important to address things and let people know these feelings are really, really real. And even though in the Christian community, you're kind of told, like, oh, dating around is wrong, and, like, you shouldn't date more than one person, or, like, you know, living with a boyfriend is going to be this, that, the other. Like, here's the reality of it, and here's, like, the nitty-gritty that people don't want to talk about. So there's that. I don't know if I'm going to take those videos down. I have been asked in emails if I'm going to take those videos down because they're embarrassing or whatever, but, like, legit, people cry, people experience emotions, people are upset about things, people live. Like, that's part of it. And what I experienced and what I'm currently experiencing, they're both very human things, and I think it's important to acknowledge that and let it be what it is. So, I don't know, maybe I'll take them down, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, that's my life in a 17-minute nutshell. Like I said, I do have another video that's going to go up on Wednesday. That's actually from this past Wednesday, so, like, don't judge me, and if you watch it, you're not even going to know. It wouldn't even matter, because people are going to watch that on, like, some random Thursday, like, 100 years from now or something. So that one will be going up on Wednesday, and then I have a makeup tutorial for my job interview look that I'm going to be doing in the land of eventually. It's filmed, and it's just sitting here on my computer, not edited, and I need to go through and edit it, and it's going to be a voiceover, which I've never done before, so that's going to be something totally different, which I address in my video that's going to be going up on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm ever going to get on a schedule with this. If you guys have a suggested, like, upload date, let me know. Because I can throw up these, like, random, like, talkie vlogs any day of the week, except for this past Wednesday. That was just not going to happen. Like, I sat here, I recorded it, and I was like, I should put this online. And then I got sucked into a world of, like, match 3 games, which, for some reason, like, match 3 puzzle games, similar to, like, Candy Crush, have been consuming my existence. And I think it's because I have so much built up anxiety because of, like, personal things that are going on that I just need to kind of, like, fidget or something. And this is, like, a healthy alternative to, like, binge eating, which has typically been my thing in the past, or, you know, letting myself sink into depression, which, again, mental health issues are something that I can always talk about in another video and get to, again, in the land of eventually, like everything else I say I'm gonna do, and then I don't do it. So anywho, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for spending the last 20 minutes with me. I definitely appreciate it. I love getting your emails. That has been, like, one of the coolest things, is to actually get your emails. I can't always get to them. We have had power outages a few times here, and it's been super weird, where, like, the internet's been sketchy, or the, like, the whole power in, like, the whole house has lost power, and I'm just, like, I'm going through some stuff. But I do read your emails, I do read your comments, I do appreciate all of the love and everything you guys have sent to me. So yeah, as always, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. I love hearing from you guys and talking with you guys, especially in my Twitter DMs and emails. That is, like, the jam. Like, that is so cool. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.